That's good.
Well, not only, never mind Stacy, Annette is in the news. So tell Wayne and me what in the world's going on over there.
Well, it's my mother. She's a character and loves to, have all my brothers and sisters over all the time to the house. So my sister went over to check on her, and obviously with all the situation going on now, she can't enter the house or anything. But when she got out of the car, there's my mother with a sign saying, "I need more wine." So it's gone viral. So instead of bringing her food now, we gotta bring wine.
There you go.
Well, I'm not far away. I'll send some up from Oakville if you need it. Hey, Wayne, you go ahead. You ask Kirk what you'd like to know.
Well, listen, first of all, your family's safe, and that's great to hear. We're just talking about the 93 final, and I just wanted to know, everybody talks about the series, the overtime goals, the stick, but as I said to Ron earlier, how important my team was coming back to your lineup.
Yeah, you know what? He was a perfect example of why that team won the cup that year. We felt we were a team that was like built on numbers, and we were a four-line team. We had 6D. Obviously Patrick did his role in that's that. But you don't win Stanley Cups without the guys like the Mike Keens. You look at LeBeau, names that people might not remember at certain times, but you look at the playoffs that year. We got a lot of scoring from different players. Paulie DePietro, guys like that, and Keener was the guy that gave us that solid two-way type hockey. He was physical. How hard he played, and he was injured, and that was a tough loss for us. But coming back, it was like a double bonus for us, because it was tough to see Savvy go behind the bench, but he had such a positive attitude that he went behind the bench and reinforced that with us, with the players playing. And then you got Mike playing on the ice, playing physical, playing his game. So it was just a group of guys we had. Everyone, played for each other, and that was the strength of our hockey club.
Was it true you were going to call the stick measurement back when LA had a 5-on-3 earlier in the third period, before he actually called it late in the game?
Yes. And listen, guys, it was.
I didn't know that.
But you know what? When you touched on it back in those days, everyone, like 80% of the guys would have illegal sticks, and you'd always see, if you watch the bench, you'd see guys turning all the time, reaching for their one stick that they had that was legal at the last few minutes going. So it was common back then for a lot of guys to play with an illegal stick, but you always had the backup. And so when we decided, no, it's not, you can't take the chance. And then later on, then it came down to the decision, like, do you call it or not? And truthfully, it was an eye test for us. I mean, I hate to say this, but with Marty's stick, you could pretty much tell, is it a heel curve, a toe curve, and that. And we were pretty confident that it was an illegal stick, so we went for it.
Go on, Wayne, about Kirk and you and how you became such friends.
I met Kirk when he was 15. He came to, he'd just been drafted, I think, by Guelph. Junior A hockey, came down to 81 Canada Cup. We became friends then, and then he obviously had a great career, went to New Jersey. Went to end up with Montreal that year. I remember thinking after Game 4, when we were down 3-1, thinking how hard they've been battling, how hard we've been battling. We lost Game 5, and I remember one of the things I said to my wife, I said, of all the things that I'm disappointed about, I'm so devastated we lost. The better team won. But I'm so happy that Kirk got to lift the Stanley Cup, because, as you know, there's no better person in hockey and in life. Just a great guy and a wonderful family. And I hate losing. I would love to replay Game 3 and Game 4. I'm not even worried about Game 2. I love to replay Game 3 and Game 4 where we lost both games in overtime in our life. But life goes on, and the better team won, and they deserve to be the Stanley Cup champion.
Okay, let's close it. I'll just say, Ed, Wayne always says, Kirk, that his talent is probably God-given, but he says it's Wally-given. He always gives his dad credit for it. God, it was nice to be with your father, Ed, in the Miso Ju, the little bar. Nobody could go anywhere in Montreal. The streets were burning. So your dad and you and Don and everybody just celebrated for a while. And I bet you think about Ed all the time when you think about that series.
Yeah, well, I mean, Wayne's always looking out for people in class. I remember I had a tough press conference after the game. I mean, in that situation, I remember looking over and seeing my dad and I was going to get an interview right after that, and I was with Eddie, and Wayne just said, "Hey, listen, it's not my time, it's Kirk and Eddie, so you take the podium now." And you could just see my dad; he was just ecstatic. I mean, it was so much fun. But the riots began, unfortunately. But again, you don't plan a party and think, "Hey, if we win tonight, we're going to do some." So we had nothing planned. We didn't know what to do, and it ended up as we went upstairs and Rocket was there, and yourself and everybody, the Montreal alumni, and it ended up being the best time because we just stayed there and had hot dogs, pizza, and beer. And what more do you want after winning the Stanley Cup? So they kept us all together and kept the great memories. So I'm glad my dad was a part of it and was able to take part.
Last thought to you there, Wayne.
Listen, the game of hockey is a great game. A lot of wonderful memories and stories, and we all love to win. We all hate to lose, but it's always nice when good people win. And Kirk and his family are some of the nicest people ever. And I hated losing, but if there's anybody that I enjoyed losing to, was Kirk and his family. So, you know what? It was a great series. The better team won, but I'm so proud of our club because we played so hard.
Thanks, Kirk.
All right, good seeing you.
Yeah, it's good seeing you.
Thanks, Ron.